There are still a lot of unanswered questions like who's responsible for the fire and what things could have been done to warn the people in Lahaina sooner. During a press conference today, the head of Maui's Emergency Agency spoke for the first time and defended his decisions.
KITV 4's Diane was at that press conference this afternoon and joins us live now from Kahului. Diane.
Mika and Rick, I am live outside one of the Maui County office buildings here in Kahului. And by the way, you can get a sense of how those winds that are whipping so hard today, they're not even at hurricane force winds. You can see my hair flying around. You could maybe hear the metal clanking against the flagpole. That gives you just a little bit of perspective as to how fast those flames could have spread last week in those devastating fires. And yes, as you referenced, the Maui Emergency Administrator was put on blast today by several reporters. He was asked why he didn't sound the sirens, if he regrets making that decision, if he would have done it differently, which, by the way, he said no. And somebody asked if he's even qualified to do this job.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why... and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground.
Do you want him to give you the answer, or do you want to give? Well, then let him finish his answer.
Sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're talking and you're not letting him talk. If you want to talk, come up here.
I'm ready for the answer.
Then wait.
The sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis, and that's the reason why many of them are found, almost all of them are found on the coastline. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. In fact, on the website of the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, the following guideline is provided. If you are in a low-lying area near the coastline, evacuate to high grounds, inland or vertically to the fourth floor and higher of a concrete building. Alerts may also come in the form of a wireless emergency alert. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone Mauka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire. And so that is the reason why our protocol has been to use WEA and EAS.
And then the question was asked, well, how do you intend to restore public trust? And the answer the governor gave was just keep watching these press conferences that we give every couple of days. The governor says that this is a more transparent administration than in most municipalities across the country. We are live in Kahului covering the deadly Lahaina fires. Diane, KITV 4 Island News.
Diane, thanks so much. So far, FEMA says it's provided more than $2.3 million in assistance to more than 1,300 households. That includes at least $800,000 in initial rental help. There are more than 600 FEMA personnel on the ground trying to reach survivors where they are. FEMA encourages all survivors to register for help as soon as possible.
We know that we need to get to everybody. There's also people that are staying with family and friends, staying with residents in other parts of the island, and that's why our teams will continue to go out into the communities to make sure everybody that needs assistance can get assistance.
People can register anytime throughout the day.